Hello Mark, I'm Kiwi Chen Pingyu. My number is 31.
Hello Mark, my name is Julia Chen Chai. My student number is 33.
Hi Mark, I'm Daniel Jian Hongxu. My student number is 35 and we are junior.
Today our topic is Louis Soros documentary in Los Angeles, Among the Sex Offenders.
And let's start.
Okay. First, I want to ask you, do you think those sex offenders should live far away from school or like parks because there are so many children? Yeah.
I think they should live far away from school and park because there are a lot of children in there every day because and those sex offenders crime is about the sex abuse or sex bully on children, so I think they should live far away from this place. And yeah, I agree with this question.
And I agree with this question and I agree with Daniel's opinions. And I think those sex offenders should live far away from schools and maybe parks because the children will teach by their teacher in school, and after class they will go to playground or the park to play with
Other children.
other children. So if the sex offenders live near the park or schools, they may have a chance to contact with the children, or maybe the children will have some contact with the sex offenders, so they will be
In danger.
in danger.
Yeah. For me, I think they should live far away because we know children are too young. They don't know how to distinguish the person. Is the person nice or bad? Yeah.
They didn't know.
Yeah, they don't know that, and maybe like they are easy to be attracted by something like lollipop, candy.
And some toys.
Yeah, and they follow the person. Yeah, so we can know that from news. It's very like a little bit normal. Yeah, so I think they should live far away from the place there are many kids. Yeah.
And my question is, do you agree that family is an element that has impact on these sex offenders?
I think yes, because since we were born, we almost imitated our parents' behavior, and like I remember that Jimmy say that he didn't know who loved him, like
Oh yeah.
his mother is nice to him, but his father didn't care about him. Yeah, so this may be an element. It pushed him become sex offenders. Yeah. So I think the company is important and parents love.
Yes, and I agree with the questions. I think the family plays an important role in a child's life because when they are born, they first met their parents, and their parents will teach them a lot of things, and maybe they will imitate their parents' behaviors because their parents are their models, so they will imitate what they see from their parents.
Yeah, because they don't know what is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they think maybe their parents are right.
Yeah.
So they will imitate their behaviors. But sometimes parents do a bad model for their children, so their children will imitate their bad behaviors. So maybe the sex offenders' parents have do something wrong, and their children think, oh, maybe they are right, so they imitate their actions. So they also do something wrong to other people.
And I think in this video, Jimmy said that his father is very bad and his mother is kind of angel. So he ultimately cannot understand which one is better to him. So, and at that time he cannot tell the right or wrong. So he will become sex offender because his family, I think, is absolutely right. And I think family is an element, play an important role to people. Like in this video, Amy said that he cannot contact with his children, even his family, and maybe she was live in a house in person, but I think he must be wanted a warmth from the family. So I think family is not only important to the sex offender in this video, but also they are important to every people.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, and when Amy returns to school, do you let her teach your children?
I will. It depends on whether she really really regret herself because she have sex with a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And I think maybe like in front of the camera she really regret for what she had done.
Yeah.
But because a lot of people, she just confess in the camera, but so maybe she just want pretend she really regret, but in reality she did not. Because people in camera and out of the camera is a different person, I think. So
yeah, it's possible.
yeah, maybe in reality she did not regret herself, and if she really didn't regret, I will not let her teach my children. But if she really regret, I will take a twice think to let her teach my children because she was a teacher before and she just have a crime with crime with some boy, but I think she just want a love from other people because in his family she saw his husband did not love her, maybe
Because her husband didn't stay with her.
yeah, her husband is so busy.
Yeah.
So I think she just feel lonely. She want love and warmth. So if Amy return to the school, I will try to let her teach my children.
Yeah. For me, I'm willing to let her teach my children because I think it's okay to stay in a big classroom, not one-to-one situation. Yeah, because I think she has the ability to be a teacher. Yeah, definitely. And we watch this video, I think that she already know that she was wrong. Yeah, and she regretted what she had done. Yeah, so and I think we should give her a second chance. Yeah, we should not deny her. Yeah.
If I have children in the future, I don't let her teach my children because just as you said, if she really regret for what she had done before to that immature young boy, we can give her a second chance to let her return to school to teach other children in a big class. not in personal. Not in personal.
Yeah.
But the difficult thing is that we cannot tell whether she feel regret about her past actions.
Yeah.
So if she do it again, maybe the other children will be polluted by her.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that we maybe if she really goes back to the school and teach students, and we need to notice after school life. Yeah. Mhm.
And we should take care because she has the crime has sex affair with a boy. So maybe if she want to return to the school will investigate his information. So it depends on the school want to let her to the school again.
Yeah.
Maybe after school, the school should give any students some investigations to ask them whether teacher Amy do something immoral in the class,
And warn them to notice
to refuse her.
notice her behavior.
Yeah, yeah, it's important. Yeah. Okay, and I'm curious about what do you think about the punishment for the sex offender in Los Angeles? Like, as we said about Amy, you said she couldn't live with her children.
And family.
Yeah, and family, and she couldn't have a phone call with her children. Yeah. What do you think about this?
I think the punishment is not very fair because like in the video, not just Amy cannot contact with her child and family, and the police, maybe the police or the supervisor or the monitor asks Amy not to have any of things about child. So I think it's kind of a torture to Amy because Amy is not only is a teacher but also he is a mother of a family. So I think at least she can have more about the picture or some voice recording from her children and family, not just at least a picture or a photograph for her in his house. And I think some other unfair punishment is that they don't have some freedom because like Halloween they cannot, if some children out of their door to trick or treat, the police warn them cannot give candy or
Yeah.
have some
And the policemen they post the announcement on their doors. Yeah.
say they cannot approach
Her.
their lair,
Yeah.
approach land. Yeah.
And I agree with Daniel's opinions. I think the punishments in Los Angeles is much more harsher because I think if you are a mother and you do something wrong, so you cannot see your children every day, and you cannot see them, and also you cannot use your phone to say something like I love you and how's going on, and you cannot take care of your children by yourself, and you are just locked in a room by yourself and regret for why you cannot bring up your children by yourself because you do something wrong, so you cannot accompany your children. So maybe it is a torture for Amy to think that what she had done to affect her children in their life, and the children will not have their mother during
Every
their
day.
every
Yeah.
day. So they will maybe Amy's children will think why my mother did not come to me till now. And maybe they don't know because Amy do something wrong in the school and abuse another young boys in her class. So maybe Amy's children will think their mother is innocent
Yeah,
and why they can see their mother.
yeah,
Maybe they will feel very upset about the police or the lawyer's decision.
yeah. And I think it also punished her kids. Yeah, because for it's okay to punish Amy, but I think children are innocent. Yeah, and they need parents' love. They need company. Yeah, so when they are growing up, they cannot live with their mother. It's punishment. Yeah, but they don't do wrong thing. Why the decision punish the kids? Yeah, so I think it's very unfair. Yes, maybe they can just adjust some kind of content of the law, like they can meet once a month. Yeah, like I think because in Taiwan we can go to the jail and meet.
Pick out the phone.
Yeah,
And
with a glass
between
yeah.
the
big-
criminals and the criminals' parents.
Yeah,
And they
friends,
just
yeah,
pick out the phones to talk to each other
yeah.
for about 15
Minutes.
to 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah. So I think maybe they can just adjust some parts.
Loosen the
Yeah.
punishment.
Make the punishment more become humanity.
Yeah.
And my question is, do you think that those sex offenders have mental problem?
Mental problem. Yes, I think especially the person, he's fat and his name is
Randy.
Yeah, Randy. And he said that when he was 9
Yeah.
and he want to like show his
Private part.
yeah to others, yeah, and he wants to control himself, but he couldn't. Yeah, so I think it's a kind of mental problem. Yeah, but I don't know. Did he go to a doctor? I'm not sure.
Maybe the video not show us that detail.
Yeah.
Maybe he go to the doctor and after go to the doctor he come back to the hospital.
Yeah, maybe.
I think Randy has some mental problems because he said to Louis that one time he met 3 foreign girls on the street and he cannot control himself and he just showed his private part to those 3 foreign girls, and he said that he think the 3 foreign girls feel worried about him, not for themselves. So I think maybe he has some mental problems because maybe he want to attract somebody's attention,
catch somebody's
but
attention.
maybe he failed to attract their attention by another way. So he just choose a weird way to make everyone notice him, to ensure that he truly exists in the world. Yeah. So I think maybe he want to let everybody know him.
Yeah, but he used a weird way.
Weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like in the video Randy did have mental problem because you can see that his weird behavior like show his private part, but I think he he also said he used some chemical method to cut off his private part to keep away from doing this weird thing. But I think it also his mental problem because why he want to use this cruel way to stop his behavior, and he just want to attract the attention from people, especially in women. So I think it's very weird, and this mental problem is affect him for his lifetime because you can see he has the problem when he was 9, and until the video he was kind of an old man. So
Yeah.
maybe he is a big effect on him. Maybe he go to the doctor, go to see a doctor, but I think he cannot
Be
Ge-
healed.
get rid of this mental problem because it's very serious for him.
Yeah, and I think Randy is the most special person in those sex offenders
Yeah,
because he is willing to share what
he had done.
Yeah, others they are not willing to share. Yeah.
I think maybe when Randy is a child, he didn't feel about her mother's stuff or her mother's attention to him. So he want, and when he grows up, he want to use some way to attract some females' attention. So maybe it is the family's element for him to do something strange.
Yeah.
maybe all of the sex offender will become like then this now maybe families will play important role to in their life.
Yeah.
And if you are the employers, do you accept the sex offenders to be your employees?
Yes, accept that because I think we should give them the second chance. Yeah, and I think everyone has their own ability to do great on something. Yeah, maybe they are good at this. Why not? They can do the job and they will be confident about the job. Yeah, so and maybe it's a way to make them become a good person because if you are doing something then you can like you won't want to do other things. Yeah, maybe it can keep them from doing bad thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I will try to let them become my employee because maybe they are an expert in some field like engineering or something. They have their expertise. So I think I will let them to become my employee, but I will isolate them from our other employee because they have the crime information before, and I worry about they will do the crime again. So I will isolate them away, but I will let them have the job, give them the second chance because they also want to live for their life. So I will let them become my employees.
And just as you say, if those sex offenders have special skills or good ability, you can accept them to be your employees. And I remember that about 1 year ago, the news on TV reported that a warm-hearted person who ran a company that the company wash the cars for other people. And in the factory, all the employees are ex-criminals, and they and the owner of the factory accept them to be his employees because the employers think that maybe the criminals know what they have done were wrong, so he is willing to give them second chance to start a new life. And he said that one time a criminal punched him on his nose because the criminal lose his control. And the owner was sent to the hospital. And after the owner returned to his factory, he didn't kick out the criminal that punched him because he think that because maybe the criminal is to have some emotional problem, and he just want to vent her anger on him.
So the person punch him still doing this job.
Yeah. Because the owner forgave him. Yeah. I think the owner is an
it's
The
angel.
owner is very kind.
Yeah,
Very
I
kind.
think it's too kind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it not happened just one time. It about
not just one time.
not just one time, and
Mm.
maybe
Because they are
1 week he
Mm.
got
A punch.
something from the criminals for about 3 times a week. They just maybe punch him or kick him or do something wrong.
Are those criminals also like sex offenders, or they may do other things? Or-
No, those criminals are not sex offenders, but they just do some minor crimes, just like
steal something
steal something,
Or
not rob the bank,
or hit some people.
yeah, or
No, not kill.
Drink.
Not very heavy.
yeah, not
crime.
heavy crime.
Mm.
Yeah.
And in the video, I think this example is like Craig,
Craig.
because the officer that Craig is to control the hostel of all the sex offender, but then Craig is was a sex offender before.
Yeah.
He has some sex affair with his son.
Yeah, he has his
Yeah.
own sexual offending history.
Yeah.
And now the police have a cooperation with him to monitor these sex offenders. So I think it's kind of the relationship between the employers and employees, because Craig also a sex offender, but now he said when Louis Theroux asked him, he said he has not the thought about the kind of a sex affair. He already get rid of the bad thought to a kind of a sex crime. So I think if I were an employer, I would think that the sex offender to be my employee, because Craig also say he can tell if the sex offender have a treat or a treat on people.
Yeah, he said that he knows who is lying to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is a good advantage for employers to employ this employer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wonder why the police or the court believe that Craig already know what he had done was wrong. They trust him to be a good person. Maybe they don't know whether Craig
Will do
the same things again.
just because he said he have never have the least,
This
thoughts
thought in
on
mind.
mind.
Yeah.
maybe it's more like very detailed, but the documentary didn't show us.
Yeah.
Maybe he is not the controller of the hostel now.
Oh.
because the documentary is not the English is new. It's not new yet.
Maybe the manager will move to another part of America to
Not in
yeah
Los
not
Angeles.
not
Los
always in Los Angeles. Maybe they will go to California or go to New York or go to another places in America. Maybe it can prevent them from doing their sex abuses to other people.
But I think if we like the relationship, the most important thing in the relationship is trust. We need to trust others, so we will have the relationship. So I think the employee trust him, so Craig can do this job.
Yeah.
And I think not just sex offender and other criminals. I think the most important element is that we have to give them warmth and love, because these sex offender will have the cry or some sex offender because they lost their love or warmth from family, and the people did not trust them. I think the belief, respect, something is very important to people. If people do not believe in that, will go act astray or do something wrong. I think in our life, we have to trust people and give them some second chance, or that then believe the world have the love and warmth.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is our discussion, and thank you and bye, Mark.
Okay, Mark. Thank you.